Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It appears we are live throughout the world. My name is Tom Beal. You're in for a treat today, and we have the one and only David Lemon here with us today, who's going to be behind the scenes answering your questions as we progress through today's training, which the topic you can see on the screen is consistent progress for the win. Slow and steady progress leads to great success if you're taking the proper steps. I've been guilty of taking the improper steps with consistency and then waking up and you're off track, kind of like going the wrong direction on a road trip. You're like, oh crap, now you have to backtrack all that time. So I'm going to help you not have to backtrack to make sure that you're at the exact starting point that you need to be for your unique business. And we're going to go over the proper steps to success with GrooveFunnels. And before we jump into the training, let me know where you're joining in from around the world. Go ahead and post in the chat. Let me know where you're joining in from. Christine Case, good to see you here. A regular attendee to these trainings, and I'm excited to give you another powerful training today. And so go ahead and post in the chat where you're joining us from. As we do this live, it is August 11th, 2020. And yes, we are still in this worldwide situation that none of us could have forecasted or predicted yet. The neat part about it is each of us have learned to improvise, adapt, and overcome. And even though many businesses are hurting, there are also many more businesses that have recently started and have gained massive success and traction. So that's my goal in helping you with the ongoing trainings and specifically for today. So Tina Joyner from McKinney, Texas. Fast Site Launch from New York. New York is that New York City or elsewhere in New York? I'm from the Rochester area myself. Elvin from Utah. Good to see you here. Kenneth from San Francisco. Quasem, hopefully I said that right. Quasem from Chicago. John, Philly is in the house. Christine, thank you. Ready for the powerful training again. Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Facebook user Dean. Dean knows no matter what, even if he does this step, and if you're new to this here, it looks like y'all are experts because you've been here and I don't see anybody Facebook user except Dean so far. And no matter how many times he does this, it still comes up as Facebook user. But 99% of the people, when you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, that will make me see your name, not Facebook user. Dean, good to see you here. Jason from Farmington, New Mexico. Awesome. Fast Site Launch, New York, just above New York City. All right, cool. Very good. I worked with Mike Filsame from 2006 to 2011 down in Ronkonkoma area. And we had some great years of progress down in the New York City area. Linda, my first live. Awesome. Welcome. This is going to be a great one, whether this is your first one or you've been here many weeks with us. Ron from the Netherlands. I love the Netherlands, and I'm excited to go back there once all of this craziness dies down. I was fortunate to speak many times over there for my good friend who owned a very successful company, a training company that would have multiple thousands of people in the audience. So really enjoyed the Netherlands, and I'm excited to get back over there. Linda's over in San Diego, the lockdown town. Yeah, California, the whole state is an interesting state. I'm glad I'm not in California, and in many cases, New York. California and New York got a little craziness going on. Ron from the Netherlands, Greg from Los Angeles. All right, so we're international. We've got movers and shakers, people that are ready to take their business and results to the next level. And let me just see if I'm missing anything. These slides here just leading up to me getting to the presentation. And see, that's why you want to have slides as a nice reminder. If this is your first time or you've been here many times, you know that on a weekly basis, I ask if you've created your site. And we're probably not going to be able to do this in upcoming trainings down the road because of the growth. Right now, we've got a decent, nice, intimate size, but in the future, there might be hundreds and hundreds of people on from around the world, which we've had, at times, but the growth that we're anticipating in the next few months is going to be very large. So this is something that you want to take advantage of while it's still available here in these weekly trainings. And that is this. If you've created a site since we had our last training last Tuesday, and you want me to take a look at it, at the end, I'll take a look and give some insights, give some feedback on how, solidify the good steps that you've taken and share some possibilities of things that could be added to improve your results. And that's whether it's an opt-in page or whether it's a sales page, things of that nature. So if that's you and you created one since last week, you can go ahead and paste your URL of your Groove Funnels opt-in page or sales page that you created in Groove Pages, and possibly integrated Groove Sell if you have something for sale. You can paste that in the chat. David will take that and send me a private chat. So at the end, I'll be able to jump in and see it and review it. So that's something that if you have available, definitely want to take advantage of. And if you're here now, you'll want to set the intention of saying by next week, I want to have a site that is going to be created. And that's an opt-in page or a sales page that by the time we're together next week, it's live and ready to be looked at to give some feedback to help you get the maximum benefits from that. All right, so let's see what we got here. Slides keep me on track. Yeah, well, you'll see. I don't stick with slides much in the beginning, just to make sure I cover the basics, and then I go into some training that's from the multiple decades of giving the trainings. All right, so we got. Oh, hoi, Ron. Claudia says hoi. The Netherlands, Europe, Claudia. Dean, California has always by definition been an interesting state. Yeah, correct. Lydia, slides keep me on track. Yep, mostly I'm a non-slide person, except a few brief ones in the moment here. Kenneth, at least I have a nice view of the Golden Gate Bridge. That's fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, I love visiting California. But I also, there's a saying, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. So I lived in New York many years, and New York likes to, it's like a mini California. They like to keep a lot of money too, the state tax. And California really likes to take a lot of money. I've had some good friends move from California and New York to Florida, and the state tax savings is significant. But yeah, I love visiting. Johan from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome. Good to have some Aussie friends here. Linda, I created a landing page, but can't get out connected to my MailChimp. I've watched trainings. It doesn't work. Okay, Linda, I will go through a little bit of that connecting today, and hopefully that clarifies some things. And I'll show you a little trick that might fix what I think might be an issue. All right. Dwight from the UK, welcome. All right, we are totally international here. Oh, and then there you go. David shared a little training there, but I'll show you a little tip that simplifies things for me when I'm doing it, and I like to keep things super simple. So I'll make sure that we dive into that when we get to it. But it's time now to jump into today's topic, which is consistent progress for the win. Slow and steady progress leads to great success if you're taking the proper steps. We're going to talk about the proper steps to succeed with Groove Funnels, and taking the premise of what it takes to succeed in business and online. And we're going to dive into some of these nuggets just to make sure you're not overcomplicating the journey. You're focused on what needs to be focused on, and you're giving it the time and attention with consistency. Day in, day out, week in, week out, you'll make progress if you're focused on the good things. So that said, I will jump into it, and I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And if you've been with me for numerous trainings, this is a new little setup here. I'm actually in the new office in Boca Raton, Florida, South Florida. And what I'm going to do is a preparatory step. I'm going to put 2 sheets of paper to make sure, even though these are non-bleed, I don't want it bleeding onto the background there. So let me step aside over here. Get a second sheet of paper. See, this is a Marine. I was in the Marine Corps from 93 to 97. And you want to have some redundancy, and you want to make sure, you act fast, but also prepared to not have to do a lot of cleanup. Right? So scrubbing off permanent marker off this wall would not be one of my desired outcomes. So I'm going to test this, and actually I'll show you why, because I actually got some new markers, and so the old markers I knew wouldn't bleed through because I've used them, but this, ladies and gentlemen, is my commitment to bringing massive value to you amplified. King size. So I went with a king size Sharpie here. So I'm going to test this bad boy out. And it's not as thick. I thought it would be a little thicker. I've used thick ones on stage that are quite thick, but we're going to dive into this. So just to give you a framework, today is August 11th, 2020, and we are going to talk about simplifying your business, simplifying your results. And what is the consistent progress? So we've heard of the hare and the tortoise, right? The hare and the tortoise. This journey it's more of a marathon than it is a sprint, right? The journey to success takes consistency. If I were to share a couple words, consistency is there. Focus, because in the online space, more so than if we go back a couple generations when businesses were brick and mortar, there wasn't as much distraction, right? When we're online, there's millions of distractions continuously trying to pull our attention. So it takes focus combined with that consistency. And with focus, comes clarity. You have to be clear on where you are and where you're looking to go. And if we're to break down literal online success, it falls into that's a greater than symbol. More leads, AKA how many new opt-ins did I get today? How many new opt-ins did I get today? And let me know. This is left-handed chicken scratch. Let me know if you can follow along. Give me a 5 if you're following along. All right. If you can read with me telling you what it is, you're following along. Give me a 5 in the chat. Okay, perfect. All right. So if I wasn't there deciphering it, it may be a little hard to read, but when I say it, it makes sense. So you need to ask yourself, number one, leads. And what are leads? Leads are prospective clients who can benefit from the value that you have to offer from your company, your product, your services, and your offer. So great. I see David, Tina, Kenneth, Johan, Fast Site, Elvin. All right. Nelly, Phoenix, Arizona. All right. Dwight, Facebook user. All right, cool. So everyone's on board. Great. So the number one thing that you need to focus on is, let me take a step back. When I was in sales and I worked with Jeffrey Gitomer, number one sales author of all time, and he was my mentor in 2001. And he showed me, I said, look, Jeffrey, you're doing what I want to be doing. Here's where I am. What are the steps you recommend I take? And he shared this with me. And one of the tricks that you want to ask yourself in sales is, where is my next sale coming from? Which leads to step number 2. But in order to get the sale, you have to fill the funnel. And to fill the funnel, you need more leads. You need to cast a net to bring people into your world to see what you have to offer. If they're unaware of you having the solution, there's no way they can get to know, like, trust you, and say yes to that offer. So step 1 is that. Step 2 goes into the Jeffrey Gitomer quote, is sales. Where is my next sale coming from? These are 2 questions you want to be asking yourself, because this ties back over to here. You want to increase your leads. That's the greater sign. Remember, and it's funny because I'm in Florida, right? So what do they say? It's like a gator. It's a gator eating the greater sign. So more leads and more sales. How many new opt-ins did I get today? You can track this. You want to be tracking this. You want to have a dashboard that shows you your progress is being made, because you have an opt-in page. And a preceding step to this is must have an opt-in page with an irresistible offer. let's just get clear on this. You can't grow your leads, and that drawing the gator, I stink at drawing, as you can see, but that's supposed to be a gator. Growing your leads, you can't do so if you don't have an opt-in page. Well, guess what? We're going to get to that. That's where Groove Pages comes in. And you integrate it with your email autoresponder. So in order to grow more leads, you have to have an opt-in page that has an irresistible offer. And one of the elements that we're going to continually drive into your noggin each and every week is this statement: never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. That might be worth writing down and putting a sticky note on your computer. Never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. And I'm going to put an asterisk around that at the end, and or air quotes around sale, because the sale is being made for them to opt in. You have to recognize, never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. On an opt-in page, the sale is, Tom, I'm on your page. Here's what I've got. Here's what it's going to do for you. Here's what to do next. Enter your name and email, and you're going to get this massive value. And with an irresistible offer, that value far exceeds, the value far outweighs me choosing to invest my name and email and give my real name and email. We already discussed this on previous trainings. And I know you have alternate emails that you give to get the gifts that people are giving in their opt-in, but you don't want to give your real email, right? Give me a 1 if you've ever done that. Give me a 1 if you've ever done what I just shared. Give a false email and or a temporary email that isn't your real email. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've ever done that. And I like the comments over there as well. And yes, keep the notes going in there. It's always good for yourself and for others. Where's my next sale coming from, Christine? Yes, you want to be asking yourself that. And that's related to step number 2 of earning the sale. But then where is my next opt-in coming from? Right? So Fast Site Launch has done it. Elvin's done it. Dwight, Facebook user, Johan, Kenneth, never have. Okay, good. And Kenneth, let me ask you this. And this is for others who may not do that as well. For sure, Dean, yes. Did you say, man, I almost gave my email address, but didn't? Because the value just wasn't, the sale wasn't made. The sale wasn't made to where you're like, you know what? I don't have the fake emails. I either get it or I don't. And this one just didn't quite cut it. Almost was there. It got my attention, gained my interest, had me desiring it for a little bit, but didn't follow through with me saying, yes, I'm giving my email. I don't, Linda. I give my email address because I only opt in to what I want. Right, there you go. So Linda, you're another one, and you're not alone. Like, and this is a great point to bring up. You have a higher, the weight has to be there to earn the sale, right? So I'm sure you say no to a lot of things that, I'm going to go up here and state something. That's AIDA. AIDA. And for every opt-in page and for every sales page, this is the crux of marketing summarized in 4 letters. For your opt-in page, you need to get their attention, interest, desire, and action. So for opt-in page and for a sales page, you need to get the prospect's attention, gain their interest, have them desiring what you have as a solution, and solidifying it by earning the sale by having them take action. Now, the sale for an opt-in page is the irresistible offer far outweighs them saying yes to the email. Here's my email address. I want that. Matter of fact, I'd have been happy to pay for that. I can't believe I'm getting it for free. All right, let me check over here. Move their WordPress site to testimonials. Okay. Good. All right, so there's that. Integrity rules. Yep, there you go, Kenneth, right? And Ron, 1, get my email. Okay, and never get things that use my phone number. Okay, see, that's another good one. I have more than 1 email and use based on my level, interest, and purpose. Yep, I'm looking forward to seeing what you did. Attention, interest, desire, action. Okay, perfect. So we're on the same page here. So when you're crafting your opt-in page, you have to get their attention, gain their interest, have them desiring what you have, and willing to take the action of giving you their email. And circles back to what I don't think I saw anyone post this. This is a writer downer. Never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. Never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. Darker marker. See, it was from last week's presentation that I heard that, and I went and bought some more thick, darker marker. So that was, I listened to feedback. Yes, Nelly, thank you. So never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. And the sale for an opt-in page is your irresistible offer for them saying, absolutely, I'm in, here's my name and email address and my real email address. And you got their attention, interest, desire, and action enough where you didn't just have them read it and get attention, interest, and have them, yeah, I kind of want that. No, they definitely need it. All right. I love writer downers. Good. So that's this. And similar to the question that I learned in sales a long time ago, where's my next sale coming from? That circles back over here is, where is my next opt-in coming from? Same thing, just opt-in. Where's my next opt-in coming from? And if you don't have an opt-in page with an irresistible offer, guess what I can guarantee? You'll have 0 opt-ins. This all makes sense, right? If you're looking to capitalize on this statement that I'm sure each of you have heard, the money is in the list. The money is in the list. And more personally, the money is in your list. The money is in my list, right? You can personalize it. The money is in my list. When I grow my opt-in email list, that's literally building the potential of my wealth. And I say building the potential because the money is in your list, but it takes another step that we haven't really talked about right here, which is so I'll write here, the money is in the list, ... The money is in the list, but the money is also in the follow-up. And I put KLT here, know, like, trust, right? If you're running ads and or getting traffic to your opt-in page, you're taking people that don't know, like, and trust you. You're sharing your irresistible offer. They get it. You got their attention. You gain their interest. You have them desiring it. You've sold them enough value to say, yes, I'm in. I'm taking action. Here's my email address. Please give me what you promised. And they've taken action. They went from not knowing you to knowing you enough to give you their email address. But there's an extra level of getting to know you to where they know, like, and trust you. And in know, liking, and trusting you, you can move them from an opt-in who trusted you enough to give their email address to, with the proper follow-up and the proper funnel progression, seeing and being willing to take a look at the next irresistible offer you have, which is earning the sale, which is having them pull out their credit card or using PayPal or whatever the purchase medium is to say, absolutely, I'm in. All right. So it's step one. What am I doing to grow my opt-in list? How many leads did I gain today? Which is in essence the same question as, where's my next sale coming from? Where's my next lead coming from? If your answer is, I don't know, well, good news. That's what we're going to get into today as well. If your answer is, well, I've created an opt-in page with an irresistible offer. It gets their attention, interest, desire, and action. And I'm getting a percentage, right? You're going to have a number. You're going to have a conversion number. Percentage. You're going to have a conversion percentage. All right, this is working out pretty good. I'm liking this. So you're going to have a conversion percentage. So out of 100 people that visit my opt-in page with the irresistible offer, I'm getting 35 people to join my list. And of those 35 people, I immediately bring them to the follow-up can be right away, by the way. They know, like, and trust you enough to give you the opt-in. The follow-up page can be the thank you page, which then leads to a one-time offer or a special offer, which can earn the sale, right? So it doesn't have to be a whole 30-day follow-up process. It can be seconds after they opt in. Hey, congratulations, Jason. I just looked at the first name over there. Congratulations, Jason. That's going to be in your inbox within 5 minutes. And if you like that, you're absolutely going to love this special offer that I have for you. You see, you're brand new to my email list, and I want to reward you for being someone who takes action. So what I've done is I put together a course that normally people who haven't opted in has a price that's up here, $497. And for you, I honor and respect and appreciate your trust that you've given me. And I want to show you that I believe in under promising and over delivering. So here's what I've got for you. I've got this, which gives you this benefit. I've got this, which gives you this benefit. I've got this, which gives you this benefit. And all this is included in this course, which normally sells for $497. And being that you're brand new, and this is a test, which I may pull at any time, and this will only be available at this one particular time. If you say no, the offer is off the table, but this is my way to reward you for taking action. You can get it for only $97 or $47 or whatever you, as the product creator, right? You want to make the offer have a real world value that's severely discounted and rewarding them for being someone who takes fast action. And if you like what you just signed up for, you're going to absolutely love this. This takes it to the absolute next level. And when you do that, you now are going to take these people who may not have known you, cold traffic. They saw this, they saw the value, they wanted it. You got their attention, interest, desire, action. They gave you their email address. Immediately afterwards, you send them to the thank you page, which has a special one-time offer, and once again goes into an irresistible offer. Irresistible offer. And this all correlates, because if we circle back to where is my next opt-in coming? How many new opt-ins did I get today? You can't get an answer to that if you don't have an opt-in page. Well, similarly, you can't earn a sale if you don't have an offer. If you don't have a course, if you don't have a product, if you don't have a service that has a buy button. Buy button. You want an offer with a buy button. So out of 100 people that come to this page, you got 35 people that are opting in. From the 35 people that opt in, you now are going to have a number from 100 people that passed on to the thank you page. There's going to be 5, 10, and in some cases, maybe 1 or 2, 1 out of 100 or 2 out of 100. But when you craft an opt-in to a thank you page, you're going to want something that's a real irresistible offer. That's, some people call it no-brainer. Like I call it, and Donna Fox likes to call it a full brain. Like you have a brain, so you see the massive value you're going to receive. So of course I'm saying yes to this. So it's the next follow-up where if they like that, they're absolutely going to love this. And the great news is you'll find a percentage. And if you're running ads, a lot of time, this can be something that allows you to, in many cases, break even. So if you're spending $1,000 on advertising and you've worked out an irresistible offer for the opt-in page, so you're getting the maximum number of opt-ins, and you've worked out an irresistible offer for that thank you page, so immediately after they opt in, they see this irresistible offer, you can, in many times, break even would be the absolute goal. If you're spending money on advertising and you can break even with a one-time offer, irresistible offer that's on the thank you page, you are in a golden situation. And here's why: because you're growing your email list at zero cost. So if this is something new to you, that would be a mini goal that you might want to have for yourself. You know what? My goal would be to answer the question of, where is my next opt-in coming? Okay, great. I've got a nice irresistible offer in place. I've got some traffic sources set up to send traffic to this, and now I've got my conversion is at 35%. So out of 100 people that are sent to it, 35 opt-in. From 100 people that pass on over to here, I'm getting a 3% conversion. 3 out of 100 buy this special offer, and guess what? It earns me enough to pay for the advertising that I'm doing. So I'm growing my list at no charge. Now, the follow-up continues between them opting in, and then after they earn a sale, you continually follow up with them as well. So obviously, when you have an opt-in situation, you're going to now have an opt-in list. And then when people transition to purchasing, they're removed from the opt-in list and they're added to your purchasers list. So these are your buyers, right? And now it's up to you to have 2 different paths of follow-up. One, converting the opt-in people who haven't purchased yet, getting them to know, like, and trust. You're getting to see that you have the company, the product, the services that can give them the solution they're looking for, related to your niche, related to your target audience, and hitting them with as much follow-up as possible for them to see the value and say, you know what, I'm in. And we have some other trainings that we've done that get into some sales copy and some psychological influence levers that you could use. So you use all of those in the follow-up process, where in essence, they feel that not only do they see the value, they feel this statement, which is something you'd want to have in mind when you're crafting your offer for your opt-in page, and you're crafting for your offer for any of the pages that are sales pages. And it's this: you want the people who are in your target audience to receive your message and say, you know what, I've got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's another writer downer. If you can embrace that and create these irresistible offers to the manner of that statement becoming a reality, you're not underestimating what it takes to earn the sale. You've actually done the work to create the irresistible offers where your people, who are the right target audience, who are going to benefit from your products, from your services, feel that statement. You know what? I have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. And or flip it around. I have absolutely everything to gain and nothing to lose. How does that happen? That's with risk reversal. And that's in some of the copywriting and strategies and influence courses that we've done over the weeks that we're together. But you craft it to the point, and you so you get this, which gives you this benefit. You get this, which gives you this benefit. You get this, which gives you this benefit. Total value is this. And it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. You're going to get all that for only this. And here's the best part. I believe in this so much, and I know this will be not just fulfilling the promises I made, but we believe in under promising and over deliver. It's going to rock your world in areas that we know your jaw is going to drop because there's much more that we aren't even mentioning to you that's unadvertised bonuses you're going to receive. And here's the deal. If it's not what we say it is, if for any reason you don't like what we have provided you, for whatever reason, you just let us know. You send us one simple email, or you make one simple phone call, and you are refunded 100%. No questions asked. We would love feedback if you'd be willing to share feedback, because we rarely receive that because the value is there. But we no questions asked. Whatever you don't like it, we give you your money back. You have absolutely everything to gain and nothing to lose. Go ahead and click the button right now, and we look forward to having you be our next raving case study. Or something along those lines where they have everything to gain and nothing to lose. And if you do choose that, and within 30 days you let us know you don't like it, you get to keep all the bonuses. Matter of fact, not just all the bonus, you get to keep everything. That's how strongly we know this works. And then you go into proof. And we know this because of people like Sally, like Frank, and go on and on with the proof. And we look forward to turning you into our next case study of success. So simply click the button below, and you will immediately be plugged into the system and be, within minutes, be diving into this massive value. Something along those lines, right? So you get it? All right, let me jump over to some questions. This is interactive, so I'm going to go up here, and C. Okay, I see some good comments here. Very nice. I love it. Never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. Very good. Darcy, Christine, never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. Yep. Earn the sale, not make the sale. Yep. Money is in the list. The money is in the list. However, a lot of people will build a list and they'll have this process in place, and yet they drop the ball at follow-up. And I'm raising my hand. I've done this many times as well, where you have a funnel in place and the funnel works, and you can have it where you got advertising going, you got the one-time offer converting, you're breaking even, and it's you're growing your list at no cost. And a lot of people will have an autoresponder series afterwards, but then they drop the ball in the ongoing follow-up. And I'm going to state something that has been proven to impact positively any entrepreneur in pretty much any niche who's been willing to step up and make this commitment. And the commitment is something that one of the top copywriters in the world, Ben Settle, teaches, and it's daily emails. Daily emails. And for a lot of people, they underestimate what a commitment that is. And they're like, oh yeah, that's simple. Yeah, I'll do daily emails. And then you do it and you sporadically send out emails. But when the entrepreneurs who have said with commitment and with consistency, which is one of the topics we talked about in the very beginning, yes, I'm going to communicate daily to my list. That's where the money's in the list. It's in the continuous, consistent follow-up with the list. And so back in 2006, 2011, when I was working with Mike Filsame, for several of those years, I wrote the daily email that went out to the list. And it gets them to know, like, and trust you. You get to deliver value, and you get to share more offers. More offers. If you don't have a way for them to buy, you're not going to bring in any money. So there's a way to build your consistent follow-up muscles, and you start where you are. And you start by saying, yes, I'm going to build the opt-in page. I'm going to build the thank you page, which leads to a sale. And I'm going to have a follow-up process for my list, right? And expert level with, down the road, you'll have a separate list for your prospects, a separate list for your buyers. You definitely want to segment them, but you'll want to have a daily email that communicates with them. And if we think about that, what's happening in this whole follow-up process? A relationship, a dependable, reliable relationship. You'll get so good at it where if there were some mishap and you missed a day, people are emailing you back saying, hey, what happened? Where's the daily email? That's the level of relationship that you want to be. And that's some people will make that commitment and they'll reap the benefits. Others, go in one ear and out the other, and they'll do okay. But without the daily, consistent, committed follow-up, they're not tapping into the full potential that their business has waiting for them. So that's just one thing to state. Looking at some other chats here. Money's in the list. Opt-in page without an irresistible offer equals no opt-ins, right? Right, exactly. Both of these require irresistible offers. You have to never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale, and a sale is on your opt-in page. If it's not an irresistible offer, you're not going to get the maximum amount of opt-ins, which is going to minimize the maximum number of people that will see your offer and minimize the money that you are capable of receiving and earning. KLT, no like trust. Alfonso, hello, good to see you. Jason, I have 2 emails, but I do use one just for affiliates. Okay, perfect. Okay, back to the opt-in page. Yep, good. Kenneth, I've created an opt-in page. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a bit. Michael asks, what's your opt-in rate? All right. So yeah, of the 3 signups, Kenneth, how many did you get? When I go to your URL, I get a 404 page. Oh, that URL above. Okay. Your network is your net worth. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great statement. You become the average of the 5 people you associate with most. So I'm excited that we're in this weekly communication. And my goal is to help you maximize your potential, maximize the results that you're capable of achieving. Make it a smoking deal, Nelly. 100%. It has to be that irresistible offer. Smoking deal. Absolutely. And that's why video kills it. Jason says yes. And there are many other tools in the Groove family of products and services that video is one of the tools that just was recently released that you'll want to go learn. You'll see in the Facebook group a nice training from David Lemon showing you how to tap into that. But video kills it. And when you tap into some of the marketing elements that a lot of people don't use in video, that you will now have available in the Groove family of products and services, you can kill it even more. And by killing it, we mean maximize and profit wildly from it. Dean, sorry, I have to bail, catch up on the recording. Okay, Dean, have a great one. Kenneth, okay, so some people are getting errors when they go to your page. Coastal Consulting, thanks for your service, Tom. Yep, my pleasure. It was a interesting 4 years and something part of my life. Absolutely. Good lessons learned there. Greg, I'm just seeing a 404 error. Okay, great. Donna, waves at Tom. Donna, waving back at you. Good to see you here. Planning to integrate new and approved funding for USA startups. Okay, Kenneth. Okay, got it. All right, so I'm caught up with the chat here. So back to the two main elements that you need to focus on for success and using the Groove Pages tools. One, growing your leads. Two, growing your sales. And it works hand in hand. If you're not growing your leads, it's going to be harder to grow your sales. And it goes, if we work from the end back, the desired outcome, where's my next sale coming from? If you don't have an offer, the answer is nowhere, right? You have to have an offer to earn a sale, and you have to create that irresistible offer. So that's part one of answering this equation from the desired outcome in mind. If you don't have an offer while you're watching this, you need to think of who your target market is. What keeps them awake at night? What are their fears? What are their worries? What are their challenges, their problems, their difficulties? What are the dreams that they have, the goals, the aspirations? And how can you, with your company, your product, your service, and more importantly, your irresistible offer, get them from where they are to where they want to be? And craft it in such a way where they do exactly what we talked about. They have absolutely everything to gain and nothing to lose. And when you craft that, now you have a potential. Without an offer, you got 0% potential of earning a sale. Very rarely do people just ring you up and ask for your bank details where they can wire you money, right? You have to have an offer, right? So get that offer created. And the good news is it doesn't have to be perfect right away, because nothing we do is ever perfect from our first attempt. So whatever your starting point is, you have to go back and recognize imperfect action always beats perfect inaction. That's another writer downer. Imperfect action always beats perfect inaction. So create an offer, something, anything that you feel is irresistible. It goes through the four things we talked about: attention, interest, desire, and action. It gains their attention. For those people that can benefit from that product or service and that offer, it's going to get them interested, have them desirous of wanting it. And it's up to you to create that. The value so much far outweighs their investment that they're like, of course, I'm in. I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'm in. And risk reversal, all that fun stuff. So that's the end result. And then circling back over to leads and growing your opt-in list. If we're asking where our next sales coming from, where's my next opt-in coming from? If you don't have an opt-in page, you got a 0% chance of people automatically showing up in your opt-in in your email autoresponder service. They don't just magically show up in there. You have to create an opt-in page. And good news, we're going to get into Groove Pages here shortly to show you how to do these things. But it takes the mindset and being that architect of knowing why you're doing this, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and then the how. You're going to get better and better as we progress through this. So where's my next opt-in coming from? And then once you got that up, you're now going to have some numbers. How many new opt-ins did I get today? You're going to have a percentage. How many new sales did I get today? You're going to have a percentage. And then it's just a matter of fine-tuning, tweaking, testing. But this is the basics. And with consistency, if you stick to these basics, you will have success. You will grow your list, which the money is in the list, with proper follow-up. The money's in the follow-up as well. You probably heard that. and you'll be growing your asset of your list. You'll be reaping the rewards of your irresistible offer for your thank you page in many cases, and other offers that you'll have when you follow up with your opt-ins who didn't take that offer. It's more follow-up to explain it more in more detail. And for those who did take an offer, then you have to ask yourself, what's the next step? What's the next sale? If they said yes to that, what's something that I can provide that gives even more depth of value to them? So if they bought something, there's something that Dan Kennedy says, if someone's bought your highest ticket item, you need a higher ticket item, right? So if you're serving them with that current product or service, what's something that could take it even further? So you're serving them with their opt-in. When they opt in, they're going to get some value. And then you take it further by this special offer. And if they're buying that, you could add a second special offer as you progress through this and advance and create more irresistible offers. All right, let me jump over here. If you don't have a buy button, no one can buy. Michael, yes, absolutely. Yep. And there's a quote from John Reese that says, the marketer with the most irresistible offers wins. That's another writer downer. The marketer with the most irresistible offers wins. You need to have more buy buttons. That's another one. Where is my next buy button? You always want to be thinking, where can I add another irresistible offer? So I already have the opt-in. They see the thank you page. They buy. I can have a second offer. Where's my next offer? And the marketer with the most irresistible offers wins. If you don't have a buy button, you're not earning sales. Can I see the whiteboard in full? There you go. Take a peek at that. Now, the question is, can you read it? Because I stated what it was while I wrote it, but you might not be able to read it. And it says Facebook user. Johan, imperfect action always beats perfect inaction. Yes. Mylene, hello from the Philippines. Hello from the Philippines. All right. Hello from South Florida. So this is the simple layout that hopefully connects some dots in your mind to never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. And the sale is having an irresistible offer for your opt-in page that goes into the 4 basics of marketing. Gets their attention, interest, desire, and action. And you now are focused on how am I growing my list today? Where's my next opt-in coming from? And that's another training. Like that leads to some traffic, right? You want some traffic sources that once you have your irresistible offer up, it's where and how can I get more traffic? And that's a whole different training. We'll get into some of those things some other time. But where and what am I doing to grow my opt-in list today? Then, when done in a method that I've shared a couple times in these weekly trainings, after they opt in, you can immediately send them to the follow-up is pretty much immediate. The thank you page is that special offer. And how can you take them from getting to know, like, and trust you enough to give you their email address to now seeing the value, getting their attention, interest, desire, and action where the value far outweighs their investment and they purchase from you. And this can be lickety split. So they opt in, they see the thank you page, which is the one-time offer, and you earn sales. You're growing your list, you're earning sales, and then you're also following up with them via email. You recognize that the money's in the list, but the money's also in the follow-up. All right. So there is the brief snapshot of what I feel is something worth planning and knowing before you jump into Groove Pages or Groove Sell. And today we're going to jump in and just show you real simply some steps that you can quickly get up an opt-in page, quickly get up a sales page. And I will say this, we're going to be in Groove Pages today, but we have some trainings that we've done in the past with Groove Sell. Groove Sell incorporates, when you build an opt-in page, it's all incorporated in Groove Pages, and you integrate your email autoresponder with Groove Pages. And that's pretty much self-enclosed in Groove Pages. When you're building a sales page, you have to build the sales page in Groove Pages and then go over to Groove Sell to create the buy button. And there's a whole training, there's numerous trainings we've done on that, but you want to go research how to do that. And then you go through that process, you give it the price points, the different payment plans, all that fun stuff. You work in special affiliate links or offers that you want to pay affiliates that might be promoting it for you. And at the end, you get a little code that's pretty much a URL that goes on your order button. So Groove Sell, you go create your product, you give it a price, you work in some affiliate integrations and pay percentage that you want. Then you get the URL, you paste it on the buy button, and that's where it integrates with Groove Pages. It's pretty simple. All right, John Reese. Yes, the marketer with the most irresistible offers wins. And Reese is R-E-E-S-E. R-E-E-S-E. He was the first marketer in internet marketing space to earn $1 million in 24 hours with his product Traffic Secrets. All right. Norris from Jamaica, can we shift that a little? The money is in your relationship with your list. Absolutely. Well, it is. And that's great because it's a combo of the two things. The money's in the list, but the money's also in the follow-up. And so you summarize it very nicely with the money is in your relationship with your list. Absolutely. The more they get to know, like, and trust you, the more they're going to buy pretty much anything you come out with. And this actually is the level that I would hope all of us seek to attain. Think of people like Dan Kennedy. Think of people like even Mike Filsaime, where it has built up a reputation where people buy whatever they're putting out because they have a track record. They deliver what they say they're going to do, and they have a tribe built up who is pretty much just waiting. Hey, hit me with another offer. What else can you give me? I want what else, whatever you got, I'm in. And that's from the relationship. And there's many, many people who have that, where the value has been there, the relationship has been there so long that anytime they come out with a new offer, people don't even read the sales page, don't even read or watch the video. They just buy whatever that person puts out because the trust is there. Ling Chen, Zwan Ling Chen, instead of email marketing as the bridge, is there any other ways we can collect the email address and name who are keen to find out more? Personally, no longer use email since 3 years ago, except for my own registration. That's a great question. Email still is king. There are other ways through cell phones. People are less apt and less willing to give cell phones. That's a deeper level of trust. Email is a nice barrier. And believe it or not, a lot of people still are hesitant to even do the Facebook integration stuff, even though it's been for several years. They really don't know what all that entails. And it does pass along the email, right? So any of those types of integration. So the email autoresponder is, a lot of people have predicted for years it would go to the wayside, but it's actually become stronger, especially with the people who build that relationship. People look forward to receiving your emails when you are that person who delivers that value. And if you miss a day, they're like, whoa, is everything all right? Are you in the hospital? Like, what happened? Because you don't miss a day. And there's that commitment. So email is still the king. There are a whole bunch of other methods, and I'll just share this. So in social media, so I'm working with one of my relationships and people that I work with is a $1 billion company, and they're doing extremely well. They're one of the biggest information companies in the world. And meeting with one of their high-level execs, back when I was president for Strategic Profits with Rich Sheffrin, this high-level exec said, are your people there? Well, be there, right? So if your people are in Facebook, be there. Have a presence in Facebook. If your people are in LinkedIn, be there. If your people are on YouTube, be there. If your people are on Twitter, be there. But you want to discern, and you can't be everywhere all at once. You have to discern of all the places my people are, where are they most densely and highly populated, and how can I be there first, right? So the difference, Zwin Ling Chen, is the email addresses that are in your email autoresponder is your house. It's your playground. When you're on Facebook, you can get kicked out of Facebook. When you're on YouTube, you can get kicked out of YouTube. When you're on Twitter, you can get kicked out of YouTube. I'm sorry, out of Twitter. Like when you're on those different platforms, you're in their house. And even though you play by the rules, you can be sent home. Yep, you're no longer allowed here. Get out. The email is your playground. That's your world. And yes, it's delivered in their inbox, on their phones, they're reading it, but it's your world. You're in control. And I will say this, you can get kicked out of email autoresponder services if you violate certain terms and conditions. So make sure you aren't violating any terms and conditions, mainly importing leads that aren't yours, mainly not following those import guidelines and or trying to get around some of the opt-in type of situations. All right. So there's that. So another things, and this is all, I love the interaction here. So I'll get into a couple more questions, then we'll jump into Groove Pages and get some hands-on demonstration inside Groove Pages. So Darcy, thank you for the imperfect action always outweighs perfect inaction. I know the contact form is not operating yet on Vertex cleaning, but I'm stoked we got the site moved to Groove where it loads lightning fast. I've at least added hyperlink contact placed on multiple pages. Okay, cool. Darcy, good.
So just to say, Darcy shared her site, Vertex Cleaning LLC. I popped it in the private chat, so we'll have it later on.
Okay, cool. Perfect. We'll take a look at that shortly, Darcy. You may be able to use syndication to still have a presence on many platforms. Yes, there's different ways to be where your people are. And the bottom line to think about that is you may recognize this in your behavior. There's Facebook people, there's YouTube people, there's Twitter people, there's LinkedIn people. Very rarely is everybody all. You'll find someone who's a YouTube person. You'll find someone who's a Facebook person. You'll find someone who's a LinkedIn person. And that's your target audience, right? So you want to think, and out of all those different possible places that they could be, where is the most dense congregation of the people that you can get your message in front of to get their attention and gain their interest, etc. Like the 4 things, but you have to get their attention first. So I'm in South Florida and there's water behind my house here, which eventually connects to the ocean. But if I was in the back with a fishing pole trying to catch shark, I'm not going to catch any shark because this is a river that's behind the house. It's not the ocean. Sharks aren't hanging out in the river. And, in certain areas of Florida, there's gators. If I'm back there trying to hunt gators, I'm going to be hunting for a long time. There's no gators in this area, right? So similarly, yes, there's all the different places you could go, but you want to know, are my people there? And that goes into entering the conversation in the mind of your people. Where do they go? Where do they congregate? And get into their psychographics and their demographics, and you be there so that you can pose that irresistible offer as bait to them. But if you're like me, I can't go in the back and put amazing bait for shark and be mad that I'm not catching any shark in the river behind the house. So that's something to think about as well. All right. So that is it for the training related to the consistency. So what's the consistency? The consistency is, where is my next lead coming from? And once you get your opt-in page created with the irresistible offer, how many leads are you getting today? How many new leads do we get today? And then transferring over from the leads, how many took advantage of the special irresistible offer that we had directly after they opted in? If the answer is 0, that needs to be refined, right? If you had 100 people go there and 0 took action, you have to reconsider why is this not converting? What can we modify? What can we do to have it be more of that irresistible offer where they have nothing to lose and everything to gain? All right. Okay, cool. All right. So this is the simplicity, and it's a consistent. So consistently building new ways for people to opt in, just like you want to create new ways to create new offers where people can pay you money for your products and your services by creating irresistible offers. So you want to create irresistible offers on your opt-in pages, and you want to create irresistible offers on your financial offers where people are paying with money. I don't want to do a whole new sheet for it, but I'll do this. I got one here. A circle. All right. So these are different pies, right? So you got pies. If you split it in half, in essence, here's the bottom line. These are all the problems, worries, and concerns, and the benefits that you can provide your people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say you got 8 main things that you can do. You can create opt-in pages for that specific thing. For that person, that's the only thing that matters to them. They don't care about this one, right? So you speak to the mind of your prospect. So this is one opt-in page that may cover point number 2. You can create another opt-in page that covers point number 7. So you just have to think, what are the main obstacles? What are the main conversations going on in my prospect's mind? How can I enter that conversation? And you pick one of the pains. And then you get that opt-in page up and running. And for the people that come across that, yeah, that's the pain I'm having. I'm in. I want the solution to that pain. Then you come up with another pain. The people that had that pain don't care about this pain, but the people who have this pain didn't care about that pain. They want this. So they opt in. And it's just a matter of how many different irresistible offers can you create to get more leads? How can I get more leads today? And then similarly, what can I do to create more offers that with the products and services that we can deliver from our company, give deeper solutions where it's not just the email they're given, but they're making a financial investment, and its value far outweighs that minimal investment they're going to make. So there you have it. This keeps it simple. And now we're going to dive into Groove pages. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen. It already is. Now I need to share the screen. I'm going to go to the entire screen. All right. So the entire screen, and that's going to be shared by David here. All right. And it's going to freak us out because it goes to multiple universes. This is my big mug of tea. All right. So now we're in. And basically when you first log in, and basically it's here, app.groovefunnels.com. So how to become inside and see this page that you're witnessing here is you go to app.groovefunnels.com. You go there, and I recommend going in a Chrome tab, and you have all the options here. We're going to focus on Groove pages. Click on Groove pages. It opens up. There may be nothing here. If you haven't created any pages here yet, there's going to be nothing here. This is all pages that I've demoed, pages that I've created, all here. If you haven't done anything yet, there's going to be nothing here. We'll get to this in a second. The first thing you need to do is go over to the top right where those are 3 lines like a pancake. Click on that, and you want to go and integrate your email autoresponder service. If you haven't done it yet, you'll have nothing here. I have Aweber and Activecampaign because I've done it for both of those. I have one list, multiple lists, but one Aweber account and one Activecampaign account. And the cool part is when you integrate it, we'll show you in a demo here shortly. When you connect that account, all the different lists are going to be able to be accessed. So you can build any opt-in page that you want, and or any sales page that you want. Sales page would be over in Groove Sell. You would connect your buyers with, you'd integrate it over there. But for opt-in pages, you integrate it here. And then the same thing. So how do you do it? Once you're in here, you click on Add. You choose the integration type, and there's the listing of the integrations that are available to you. Activecampaign, Aweber, Campaign Monitor, Web Form, Get Response, GoToWebinar, Lead Lovers, MailChimp, Mautic, Perkzilla, Product Dino, Webinar Jam, Zapier. And the last one pretty much covers everything that's not a name brand that you see there. And you follow the process. For Aweber, it pretty much logged me in and integrated it. For Activecampaign, it made me go into Activecampaign and find a couple of different codes that I would copy and paste from Activecampaign into here. And voila, it's all integrated. All right, so that's the first thing you want to do, because you can't grow your opt-in list if you don't have it integrated. All right, the next thing you want to do is scroll down. Well, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. we did the integration. Next thing we do is we go to new site. If you don't have any pages here, if you do have pages, it's all going to show them there. If you don't have pages and you want to create a new one, you just go over here to new site. And when you click new site, then you look at the bottom and you find templates. You don't, from my perspective, unless you're a programmer, unless you love starting with absolutely blank slate, I wouldn't recommend starting from scratch. I would recommend clicking on the templates. And the good news is there's a whole bunch of new templates in here. And so I'm just going to scroll down just to get a quick look and to show you all the templates that are there. So digital marketing agency, lead gen landing page, free online training event, feminine business, fashion shop, massage center, feminine business landing page, handmade store, G startup template, construction industry, yoga, opt-in funnel, medical services landing pages, ebook, SEO, womanpreneur. I'll say a whole bunch here. Design, easy access, opt-in. All right, a whole bunch of stuff here. And so you can scroll and find the templates that you want. And I'm just going to do the yoga one, for example. So you can preview it. I'll show you a preview. Whoop. What happened there? Okay, so there's the preview. And there it is. It's an image. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's a headline. They ask for a first and last name and your email address. Claim your free session. Pretty simple. Straightforward. All right, so there's that. And medical services landing page, ebook landing page. Let's take a look at this one. Preview that. So and so you change the image. Only $9. Buy now. And as you scroll down, like I'll show you how everything is modifiable, real quickly and easily. So like that. So that's actually a sale, right? So that's a pretty cool one. So that's not even an opt-in. That's going for the sale right there. That's pretty cool. And let's see here. Early access opt-in lead gen. Let's take a look here. Preview. Get aligned with your goals. There we go. Register today. Got a countdown timer. Request your early access. Perfect. Yoga challenge landing page. Let's take a look at this one. And this is just giving you an example. Now, even if you're not in yoga, you may like the style of this. You could replace some images. You see the style. There's a whole bunch of different templates in there. This one's going for a sale right as well. You could change it to be an opt-in. It doesn't have to be a sale. Everything is modifiable. The key is to find one that fits your vision and run with it. So there's huge amounts of choices. And let's see here. Free website webinar. So we went over webinars and things like that last time. Digital marketing training course, real estate lead gen. Let's take a look at this one. Real estate lead gen. We're going to select this one just to show you how simple it is. So now once you're inside, this is where you get to go in and modify pretty much everything that you want. So as we scroll down, this is a real estate. You get to see, you'd add your picture. So real simple. Like let's say this is real estate. So you change your logo, choose an image, free stock photos, home. All sorts of, and that's just typing in home. Like that's just one example. I'll go to my files. I'll see if I got any small ones in there. Nope. Let me just do money. So do money, select, update. There we go. I replaced that image with money. Not the smartest choice. Obviously, I'd have a smaller image and whatnot, but I want to show you, A, how simple it is to switch pictures. B, how simple it is to use these back buttons. Oh, I don't like that. I'm going back. So that would obviously be your logo. Down here, let's change this picture. Configure, choose image, free stock images, which you saw, choose home. Let's just pick one here. Let's do that one. There it is in the corner. I could modify the dimensions. I'd probably want to go see what those dimensions were on that page before I jump in here and select it, but it's probably going to be larger than what I want, but I'll select it. I will update the image. And there it is. So if I wanted to keep it all in line, I could modify you get what I'm saying. But this is how simple it is to update the picture. How simple it is to update the text is, let's just say, make read. Simple as that. It's easier than writing an email. Here is how to edit text. Easy peasy. Okay. Everything is simple. And then view property, we can go here to configure, and now it's a button. Now we can link it to a different page that actually went to that property page. So we don't have a page created, so it could be a URL. You can modify it and send it to a page that you've built in here, a block that's within the page, a URL, or a pop-up. We're just going to send it to a URL and just do a basic one just to give it somewhere, tombeal.com. Update. Boom. So now that button, and it has a text. So view property. Update. Everything is easy to configure. Now, easy with air quotes around it, because it's easier the more that you jump in and play with it. I think everyone would agree with that. I'm going to show something to answer someone's question on the opt-in here. I'm going to exit out of here. So I'll save this, and maybe we'll play around with some other stuff here. So go up a bit, and background, right? So you see the background back there? I'm going to choose a different background image. Go to stock photos, home. In here, and this is just to demonstrate how modifiable and simple it is. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to select it. And there it is. It's in the background now. We switched the background out. And now watch. I can go back. I don't like this photo here. Go back. Oh, there it is. And you see this one is kind of darkened and whatnot. You can do that and modify it, or I could go forward and bring it back. So everything on the page is modifiable. To include, let's say you don't want this whole section. See, now it's green highlighted around there. I'm going to go to the up arrow. It's up now to cover that thing. I'm going to go up again. I'm going to go up again. And now you see it's covering all that. I'm going to delete that whole box. Gone. See that? Oh, maybe I did want it. Back. Bring it back. That's how simple it is to modify the page. It's literally plug and play. You modify things however you want. I can go back and change it to the old photo. It's super simple. Now, imperfect action always beats perfect inaction. So a lot of times people get caught up in perfection. I went log out instead of exit. And I'm going to show you something that I have a percentage. I don't know the percentage off the top of my head. I'm not sending huge amounts of traffic to it, but I just put up a site that's not pretty, because I'm more of a get it done type of person and not too concerned over the aesthetics. Most of the people already know, like, and trust me. And that's it. So I'm going to open this one up. So real simple. I have something that Donna has actually done, 3-day apple fast. And the 3-day apple fast cleanses your body and things like that. So this is at 3dayapplefast.com. And I don't care about prettying it up. I just wanted an opt-in page. And so a real example of how I did it is right here, my Aweber component. So if I go configure my Aweber component list, 3-day apple fast. Let me check this one. Okay. All right, so 3-day apple fast. That's as simple as it gets right there. So save it. And how I did that. So let me just take this out of here. I'm going to delete that, confirm it. How I did it is I went to Elements. I went down to the bottom here where I am Aweber, and I pulled that over right there. And then what I did is I highlighted that. I go to Configure. I choose a list. There's a whole bunch of lists in there. And I'm going to scroll down to find 3-Day Apple Fast. I can make a redirect. And actually, I'll redirect it to the Facebook group. The Apple Fast. Slow internet. Okay, slow internet today. So I'll skip that for now. And I'll just do okay, publish. There it is. So now that's integrated with that Aweber list. That's as simple as it gets, right? And then from there, I could do some modifications and pretty it up and whatnot. But that's how to integrate it. The simple, easy way is go to Elements, whichever tool you have integrated, and I can just show you as an example. I could pull over Activecampaign, and then I could modify that as well. So I go to Activecampaign. That's on email only. I'd go up until it's on Activecampaign component. I'd configure it, pick a list. I'd pick that one. No thank you URL. Update. And now it's got the Activecampaign list on there as well. I don't want that there, so I'm going to take it out. But you see how simple it is. And then I could modify accordingly and pretty it up however I wanted to. So that's a simple question that was shared earlier in the presentation that I wanted to cover. I'm going to publish that. And so let's test it out. So if I go to 3dayapplefast.com, it is. Subscribe. And there it is, redirected to Tom Beal, which goes to my YouTube page right now. Simple. All right. Hey, Tom Beal. So that is as simple as it gets to integrate your email opt-in to any page, right? That's a unique one because I don't care about it being pretty. I just want people to opt in who already, in most cases, know, like, and trust me. I'm not sending any traffic to it or anything like that. Okay, now, if you're here, we already went into group pages. You're going to see right now what's in the upgrade. If you haven't looked at that yet, go look at it because it's going to help you craft an irresistible offer. It's going to show you an irresistible offer in motion. And you'll want to take a look at it. And if you haven't upgraded yet, you'll want to definitely upgrade. Let me jump over to StreamYard. I'm going to stop screen for now. And I'm going to look in the chat to see what I've missed. All right. And David can actually fill me in the chat. I'm actually going to go to a site that was mentioned, Vertex Cleaning LLC. And we're going to test that out. All screens, share. Okay. That's going to share in a second. And boom. And then we're going to go here. Vertex Cleaning LLC. There we go. All right. So this one might be, you might want to play around with the process I showed with the elements and pull the element in with whatever your autoresponder service is. And that might pull it into where it integrates with your autoresponder service. That may be the thing to do. Email me. Let me see. That's going to click up and open in my email. Call now. Okay. Free estimate. Good. First of all, it's super sharp. Like this is crisp, clean, and I have a large screen. So I'm going to go on my phone as well, which always is a great thing to test, is go to the URLs that you have on your screen, also on your phone. Vertex Cleaning. And by the way, when you're inside Groove Pages, you have the ability to go to each of the different screen sizes to include phone, so you can see while you're crafting and creating your page what it's going to look like on those other screen sizes to include phones. So I'm going there on the phone, and it's looking pretty good. Like, it's looking nice. Scrolls nicely and shows pretty good. So what I like about this one here on my screen that I'm looking at right now is above the fold is pretty crisp, clean. I like the logo, making workspaces cleaner spaces. It says it there, reiterates it, full name, email, call now for free estimate. So estimate. The good news is it's not just looking for the opt-in. You have an email me or call me now. One thing I would recommend as something to consider is above the fold have some type of answer to what's in it for me, right? And think about this in your going about with your daily life. If you see some stuff, you're like, oh yeah, maybe that's cool, but call now and receive some special discount, some special bonus, right? Some incentive for me to take action now. Remember, the attention, interest, desire, action. We want to have something that instills people to never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale. Also, never underestimate what it takes to get people to take that action. That last part, AIDA, action. So you want to be very clear. Call, like, what's in it for them when they call, would be my question. And that's just, it may get to that as I scroll down, but you always want to keep in mind above the fold. So before people have to scroll, you have a few seconds for them to either engage or disengage. So I would have you contemplate and consider having some type of what's in it for me to get their attention and interest, to have them desiring to make the call and get something that's in their best interest to have that conversation. So simple and to the point, clean, but boom, I like it. Las Vegas. It's unique. This is very, very well done. Like this, I love this. This is great. All right. It's cool. I like it. Free estimate. There you go. Testimonial. Good. I like it. Good, good, good. It's a very crisp, very nice site. What I will say is it's almost in the business card site, not the direct response marketing site. And there's a difference. And so it's most companies have a business card site where it's pretty much a description of who you are, what you do, how you do it, all that fun stuff. With direct marketing, direct marketers want a call to action. Do this and receive this, and have that value far outweighed to get them to take action. So in essence, how you do that is enter the conversation going on in the prospect's mind. So for your particular company, what are the difficulties, the challenges, the fears, the worries that companies who need professional cleaning have? And how can you, so for instance, something comes to mind. The 3 biggest mistakes companies are making in today's new COVID work environments. You skip these steps, you are setting yourself up for a lawsuit. You see, so that's entering the conversation of someone who would need your services, and you now are planting some fear, worry, or concern in their mind to where it goes deeper into report or a special audio or video training that, look, if you're not doing these things, you're putting your employees at risk and also putting yourself at risk for possible lawsuits. Totally off the top of my mind, but you get where I'm going. You want to have something that enters the conversation of your prospect's mind and keeps them up at night. The worries, the concerns, the difficulties, the challenges that you, your company, your product, and your service in this particular offer can help solve. So twofold answer here. Beautiful business card site. Cool part about the online world is it's not like brick and mortar where you can only have one site. You can have hundreds of sites. Remember that circle with all the different problems and concerns? So I would put your thinking cap on and to go into each and every one of the concerns, worries, problems, and challenges that these business owners are having related to your cleaning services. And each opt-in page would have a whole separate challenge, a whole separate fear, worry, or concern that it handles. And it gets people to engage with you, which could either be the phone call or opting in to get a free report, a free video, or something that educates them, leading them to getting to know, like, and trust you and give you a try, right? So the whole goal, think of this like that fishing analogy. What's the bait that you can dangle out for them to where they bite? What's the bite? Is the bite a phone call? Is the bite for them to opt in to receive the special video training, opt in to get a special report, which in this type of scenario, you want to do a report that shows how the mistakes other companies make and how you don't. But the rub with that is to not educate the business owner to take that report and tell their current vendor, hey, you need to do these things, right? You need to make yourself the unique only solution, not educate them to where the owner shares the video or report with their current vendor and saying, hey, are you guys doing this? If not, you need to do it. And I think you get where I'm going. So that's the thing where you have to figure out how to be that unique provider of the service that they're going to want to give you a shot. They have everything to gain and nothing to lose. And that's exactly for this particular type of service. You'd want to put the pen to paper and ask, what can we do to have them feel they have everything to gain and nothing to lose? And that could be the complimentary free estimate, I'm trying to think, like home inspectors will come and do a walkthrough or something, like a free walkthrough, free estimate / walkthrough of your business. And I don't know that industry as well as you do, but put that thinking cap on to enter the conversation in the mind of that prospect. What are their worries? What are their concerns? What are their fears? And now, how can you tie it into current events? How can you amplify that? And how can you, because the reality is for them to give you a shot, they have to push out whoever they're currently using. Why would they want to do that? What's the straw that broke the camel's back that's like, yeah, it's time for us to make this switch, and we're switching to Vertex because they do this. All right. So good job. I love it. And it's a beautiful business card site. And I would have you expand into thinking, what are some separate opt-in pages that may or may not even mention your company yet, right? That handle a business owner's problem, that educate them, that then leads them to, it then leads them to, and here's who I am. I'm right there. Here's the reason I know this is because I own Vertex Cleaning and have seen all these mistakes being made, and these companies who are setting themselves up not only to harm their employees who they are looking to protect, and if their employees are ill, they're not going to have the business succeeding at the level they're capable of. And if they're not taking these proper steps, they're also setting themselves up for a lawsuit. I don't want any of that to happen to you. So call now and schedule a free consultation and just get right to that and have them feel they got everything to gain and nothing to lose. That's the rub right there. Okay, let me check this out here. All right. Comments. Okay, looks like David's answering a lot of questions. Awesome differentiation, direct marketing site versus a business card site. Yes. And Michael asked, how do we combine a landing page into this website? Absolutely. So great questions. And it's a beautiful thing to keep in mind and have that differentiation. See, a lot of people, you'll want a business card site. And that's more for the business card aspect. Like, here's who we are, here's our company, here's what we stand for, this and that. Then you have all these satellite opt-in pages, which may or may not even mention your company's name, but enter the conversation in that prospect's mind or your ideal client's minds that solves that problem, solves that problem, solves that problem, solves that problem. People in that target audience are like, yes, I have that problem, and yes, I want that solution. So they're opting in, they're getting the value, and then it goes into the know, like, and trust, the follow-up. Well, hey, the reason I know this is because I'm the president of Vertex Cleaning, and I've witnessed so many companies losing, especially in these unique times we're in, losing employees to this illness, which takes weeks away from their expertise, is no longer in the company. At the same time, now these employees are like, well, my employer put me at risk. What are my legal ramifications? How can I, or repercussions? How can I get some money from this employer who jeopardized my health? And so I don't want you to have the loss of, that employee. I don't want that employee to get ill and possibly die. And I don't want your company to have any type of legal backlash from having some of these main issues that many companies are not looking into, setting them up for litigation. So how do you integrate that? So above the fold, you'd want to have something of value. This one is unique because it's more of an in-person solution, right? A lot of the people that we have in the GrooveFunnels world are digital solutions, right? This has a whole different aspect. So with this one, a phone call is the ideal, right? Skip all the email and the follow-up. You want to cut right to the chase. You want to get the sale. You want to get on the phone with this person. And ideally, the phone would lead to an in-person walkthrough or something along those lines. So that's a unique scenario for this company. If you're a service provider similar to this, my call to action would be a phone call now. Like, make sure your company is not setting yourself up for litigation. Make sure your company is not setting up employees to get ill and possibly die, and you being sued in either of those scenarios. Call now to ensure you're not making the 3 biggest mistakes that most companies are making and are literally setting themselves up to lose employees for weeks of illness, possibly lose them to death, and possibly be sued from not taking these 3 steps. Call me now, like that type of urgency. You want these people like, damn right, I'm calling that sucker right now, and then having that process. So for other businesses that are digital, it's literally a similar philosophy of what's going on in their mind. What are their thoughts? What are they hearing? What are they seeing? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? And how can you amplify whatever it is, their pain, their worries, their concerns, to where they feel they got no choice. I need to give my name and email to get this free video, to get this free course, to get this free report, it's like, that's it. Attention, interest, desire, action. But you have to really amplify the action, because never underestimate what it takes to earn the sale, right? It takes amplifying it. There's an acronym, CAB. CAB goes back to sales: cut, agitate, Band-Aid. So, they have a little cut. That's their pain, their worry. You got to agitate that cut, like, damn. And you provide the Band-Aid with whatever that solution is: the free report, the free ebook, the free video, the free training, the free whatever that is. You've agitated enough to where they're going to take action. And you want to do it above the fold. So something that gets their attention, literally reaches through the computer, grabs them, and pulls them into taking action. That's the goal. Okay. Jump back over to StreamYard. All right. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. So that is how to simplify this whole journey. If you don't have an opt-in page, you're not going to grow your opt-in list. You can't communicate with them. You can't build that relationship. You can't earn their business. If you don't have an offer, no one's going to be calling you up to wire you money. So sit back, grab a pen, grab some paper, and ask yourself, what are the fears, the worries, the concerns that my target audience is having? How can I solve those for them? What's that irresistible offer that I can create that gets their attention, gets them interested, has them desiring what I'm talking about, and has them take that proper action? and craft that. And that's one of many. Like it's not like I got one opt-in page for my business. No, you cover one of those pains, fears, and worries. If you try covering them all, it's probably going to be too cumbersome. One goal, one big idea, one problem. Cover that, and we enter your name and email. We're going to solve that for you. And then when you solve it, you back up what you promised, and then you lead into, hey, if you're dealing with that, you're probably dealing with these other issues. That is going to be in your inbox in a few minutes. It's going to help you with that particular issue. But do you ever have this problem? Do you ever worry about this? Well, we cover all this in a more in-depth training. You're going to have the solution for that one problem we talked about in your inbox, but most of our people have realized that's one of many problems. Here's what we help you do. Here's what we've got. Here's what it's going to do for you. Here's how to get it next. And that's it. All right. So that's as simple as it gets. Where is my next opt-in coming from? Without an opt-in page, you can't get opt-ins. How can I make that an irresistible offer? Never underestimate what that takes. Then once they opt in, how can I take it further? Hey, you're going to love that. And it's going to solve that problem, but we've got something that goes much deeper. And if you're dealing with these issues and challenges, this is exactly what you've been dreaming of. And go into that irresistible offer, and without an order button, can't earn the money. So you got to create an opt-in page, create an order button, and both of them revolve around the irresistible offer. I know you can do it. I'm excited to see your pages next week when we chat, same time, same place. Darcy, great job with the Vertex cleaning. That's pretty darn cool. And I would have you consider, what are some opt-in pages, right? Because that's a great business card page. What are some opt-in pages that could enter the conversation in those business owners' minds that would stumble across from you marketing it properly and covering some of their fears and worries? I think some of the biggest fears and worries for that particular issue is your business lawsuit proof? Did you know that your cleaning company could get you sued? Boom. Like, hello, as a business owner that owns an office building, that would get my attention, right? So how and what could you get their attention with that solves that, but then leads into, and the reason we know this is because we own in Las Vegas one of the best cleaning companies here in Las Vegas. And we've seen so many people doing it wrong, setting themselves up to lose employees for weeks, possibly lose employees to death, and setting themselves up to be sued in lawsuits that will surely come. We don't want that for you. Call us right now to ensure you're protected. And obviously, that's off the top of my mind. Go talk with an attorney to see how and all, and really amp up that fear. Look, and we talk with our attorney, and here's what they've said. Here are some cases that have already occurred, and you don't want that. And here's the steps that we take with Vertex Cleaning to prevent that for you and make sure that your assets are covered. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure and honor being here with you each Tuesday. Looks like good feedback. Smooth Jazz, DJ Saxman. That's a cool name. Man, you give badass training. Thanks. Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're enjoying it. Christine, cut, agitate, Band-Aid. Yes. Thank you very much, Tom, Michael. Yep. Good. My pleasure. Good luck. Thanks, Tom. Thanks. All right. All right, Kenneth, I'm not making success as fast as I had planned originally. And that's kind of the common theme for anyone who's had success. Generally, the timetable is not what we thought it would be. It's generally much harder, much more challenging, much more difficult than we ever anticipated, to the point where, had we known how challenging, difficult it would be, we may not have begun the journey. Thankfully, we didn't know, because we did begin it and we did stick to it and we did have that consistency. And that's kind of where we started off on today's topic: consistency, focus, clarity. Hopefully this gave you some focus, gave you some clarity, because a lot of times people stray far from this simplicity path and it takes much longer. So your goal, Kenneth, and this is not just for you, this is for, speaking to the old me and many others out there, keep it simple. Create an opt-in page. go to the place where your people who can benefit from it are, get that message in front of them, and you're going to start seeing what the data is. And then also create an offer, a sales page. So an opt-in page and a sales page. And then one step at a time with consistency, you'll get there. Stay consistent, stay committed, and stick to these basics. Hopefully this helped with some clarity on that. All right. Contact me to help me give you money. Scott, what's happening? David will have to reply to you on that. I'm a consultant that Groove Funnels team has brought to you. I've worked with Mike Filsaime for many years, worked with John Cornetta for many years. And I'm honored that they bring me to you to give you value. And my goal is that this stuff helps get you taking the proper steps to become a raving fan success story for the Groove Digital family. All right, Linda gave me some great ideas. Now time to implement. All right. Stoked about Groove Digital. It would help business beyond just a website. It would actually build a marketing funnel. Yep. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done for today. David, were there any questions that didn't get handled while I was here talking during this evening's presentation?
I think you answered everything, Tom. I think we're good to go.
Okay, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday, same place, same time. Go make us proud and get your opt-in page created, your sales page created, and have it for us to review next week. Have an awesome week. I'll talk with you soon. David, thank you as always.
Thank you, Tom. Bye, guys.